Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings. It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Southern Hemisphere and the historic city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his fifth year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Throwing is Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Barkley, inside handoff. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Campbell making the catch. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And Love established himself as a legitimate franchise quarterback a season ago. And let's not forget, he had to exhibit a lot of patience waiting for his opportunity to become the man. And once he got that chance, he hit the ground running. The question now from the rest of the league, can he sustain that success? The Packers certainly believe he will.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On play action. Love to throw. Steps away. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing. Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now a 2nd and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
3rd down and 10. Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the 1st quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. A chance for a 1st touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Albert Okwuegbunam there to make the grab. And the Eagles are able to move back in front.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 8 now. To throw now. Here's Love. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Love now. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll set up a throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll look to throw here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Here's Love. Right side to Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Love. Down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Luke Musgrave from 17 yards out. And the Packers have yet again retaken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. From the gun, it's Hurts. Catch made here by Campbell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd and 6. Up the middle with Barkley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuebunan.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's Hurts to throw.
Flush to his right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper as they have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Elliott good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Love looking to throw it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
From the 46, here's second down and a yard.
Now Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing. Love.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Looking to throw. Love.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Love.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Musgrave's got it out right.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love out to the left here to Reed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Quick slant here to Smith.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Slot man moves right. Looking to throw again on second down.
Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Back to throw again. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago, and a big test for the Bears, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Washington Commanders. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Detroit Lions. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left, stays on his feet, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Love now. Touchdown, Packers! From 4 yards out. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. In motion left comes Brown.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Xavier McKinney, the one to get a hand on it defensively.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw now. Here's Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Zach Bond from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Hurts will throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Love from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
3rd and 8. Here's Love. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Smith to return it. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a toss right to Barkley. Ooh, the juke. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff to Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 2nd and 9.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Working out of the gun. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And they'll send Watson in motion right.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
76 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defense. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs.
49 yards.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Pickett.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Campbell making the catch. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Play action this time with Love.
Looking left side, and he's got a man.
That's Jacobs.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Love looking to throw it. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Throw right side, hauled in by Doubs.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Carlson on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
Well, he shifts past him.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Zone read, here's Shipley.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Pickett will look to pass it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Forced out to his left.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin White now with his second sack here on opening night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
They'll start on the ground with Shipley.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Back to throw, Pickett. That'll be caught by Shipley.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Paris Campbell from 10 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Here's Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Devin White in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Love. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they take a knee.
Pick it down to a knee, and that is going to do it.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.